Welcome back in another episode of Formula XD where we continue our career. We're in the second season, and if you're not up to speed on where we're at, so you can go back, you can watch the first season and the first two races of the second season as we continue to work towards that Constructors Championship prize and the Drivers Championship, which is a possibility. We have our drivers. Augustus is coming in second right now in the points, 3 points behind Nigel Manstash, nice name, and Giovanni Largasimo is in seventh position in the points. As you can see, we did really well in the Australian Grand Prix, finishing 1-2, but due to some poor management on my part, we did not finish the Brazilian Grand Prix. For more on that, feel free to go back and watch the highlights of the Brazilian Grand Prix and my epic failure in time management and resource management in that race. But we're still doing okay. We're looking really, we're 2 races in, and our budget's looking really good. The car's looking great. If I go check out my R&D, the car's running great. I've got a couple spares just in case I need them. We paid a mint price for our chief designer this year, and we are completely focused on next year's car. As you can see, it's already so close to outstripping this year's car, which is just crazy how far it's come. So it's a very balanced car we're looking at. We sank a lot of money in our research and development this season. But as we need to see if we're going to be able to rebound from last week's epic poor performance in this, and we look at the calendar and we're up on the Spanish Grand Prix. So this ought to be interesting. Our cars did really good on the long straights of the Australian Grand Prix. We were doing pretty solid in the Brazilian Grand Prix until the epic failure at the end. There's some tight turns and there's a lot of moving, so I don't know if we're going to be pulling away in the Spanish Grand Prix. It could be that we set up for the next episode where the Canadian Grand Prix is an opportunity to show the power of our car. But with all that being said, we're still running on the Megacron. I think we've got 2 years left on that contract. It's not bad. The Brimstone tires, if depending on the race in the conditions, I like the lifespan of the Brimstone versus the Good Times. Good Times tires kind of suck, and the Piranha tires don't really do us any favors either. It's taken a little getting used to. If we look at how much we've made so far off of our sponsor, I'm telling you, Maro's Magnets was a great sponsor for us last season, and the reason why is they're easy task achievements to make, and we automatically get $550,000 per race for both people participating. Then we get position bonuses, aren't very high, which I didn't expect to be scoring very well as far as position ranks. And then, you get some decent sized bonuses if the drivers complete the race, neither car suffers a fault. And it's not a lot of expectations for us to finish high in positions. So that's worked out really well. We've 2.4 million so far. And we're ranking really well in our standings. Where's our scoreboard? No. Oh. Where's our constructor standings? Yeah, we're second in the constructor standings, so that's still paying us some good money. But with all that being said, it is time for us to head over to the Spanish Grand Prix. So let's see if we can do a better job managing this race than we did the last one. Double points. This could be a big deal. All right, stamina for all drivers depleted twice as fast as usual. Oh, wow. So there's not going to be a lot of pushing breakneck paces. It's really going to depend. We got 13 laps, and we are not in the top tier here. We're at the back of the pack. That's not good. Let's see. Looks like it's kind of like a mixture. we're going to go ahead. We'll leave it like this, where we'll have one start on soft tires, one start on hard tires. It's 13 laps. I kind of would like to go ahead and make sure that we're good there. And we're going to start out fairly strong. We're going to have 8 laps worth of fuel. I don't suspect the tires are going to hold up for that, but we're going to see how both of our guys perform. And if you look at Nigel Manstash, he's at the back of the pack. He came in 22nd in his qualifiers, so he's not faring too well. And I'm going to see how the cars perform coming around the first turn. We're holding, Giovanni's kind of moving up. Augustus is sliding back. We can get aggressive maybe. They're starting to pull away from the pack. Giovanni's falling back. Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit, make a move. See how these two hold up doing that. Oh, Giovanni's falling back even farther. That's not good. Let's see if Augustus can make a move. He's holding in 20th. Giovanni's kind of falling back. He's in 18th right now. Now he jumped up to 16th. I don't know. We lose somebody in the race, or did we just go for it all out? Oh, here we go. We're making a move. Look at them moving up the line. They're passing people like they're sitting still. Giovanni's up to 13th. Augustus up to 16th. Come through our third sector, I believe is what they call it. And we're coming into these corners pretty hard. I can't push these guys too hard, but I'm trying to get around. We got the Eddie O'Brien and Oliver Parrish right in front of us. We're looking. We're just trying to get past them. Oh, Augustus jumps past both of them. Does Giovanni follow? Augustus is up past. He's looking at Nelson Peak, so we're going to go ahead and let him match pace. We're going to go ahead. I mean, that's an entire lap of aggressive racing. We're going to see how well they hold up. I don't see. Well, you've seen the soft tires move up. So I think I'm gonna pit Giovanni, and we're gonna switch him over to soft tires, because you're seeing the soft tires moving up in the race, and I don't see a lot of change. So we want to switch him over. I hate to do it this early. I'd like to see him see if he can do any more. He's stuck on 14th. We're going to let them do a lap without pushing too hard. I'm going to have Augustus drive a little defensive, see if he can block these two. Well, these two guys aren't catching them. Okay. Giovanni's on those hard tires, and it is not helping him. He's falling back to 15th behind Alan Frost. Let's go into this corner hot, see if we can make a move. Here comes Giovanni. He's hot on Alan Frost. Come on, guys. I don't want to speed it up too much. I'm pushing him to the brink. I think it's time to have Giovanni switch tires. He's got a faster car. Man, I hate to do this, but I think I need to. All right, Giovanni's going to go ahead and come in on the second lap. He's finishing up his second lap. We're going to have Augustus kind of pace himself. He's right behind Hines, Harold. And we're going to let Giovanni go ahead and pit. And we'll see. He's going to fall way in the back, but I think switching over to those soft tires is going to move him up to the front of the pack. Nick Heathfield is the only driver on hard tires that's in the top 10. Augustus has moved up to 10th position. He's doing good. Here comes all right, so Giovanni's in the pits. He's got 3, 4. Come on, you guys got to be all right. That's not a bad stop. All right, he's did good. So we're gonna come out screaming fast. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to catch up. Augustus, meanwhile, is all the way up in the 10th position. We're going to speed this up for a second. Let's see how they're kind of playing. And Giovanni is totally pulling up the rear. Augustus in 9th position now, and he is making a hard move. Let's have him get aggressive. He's going to go after Hines again. Jean Allegro is in front of Hines, so that's... And I believe he's... I don't know which team he's with. But we're not seeing a lot of movement. There's definitely some separation from the Stromboli cars. They're really pulling way out. Artem Salsa and Nigel Manstash just had the fastest lap of the race. So, yeah, let's see if we can speed these guys up. I don't want to push Augustus too hard because they deplete so fast. But he's coming into the turn hard. He's coming in right behind Hines and Gene, and he's got Hines in his sights. I need Giovanni to move faster. He is so far back. Hoping that he's going to be able to catch up. But because I pitted him on the third lap, that's going to be interesting because that means he would finish on 11. He's going to have to pit one more time. He should catch up a lot once these guys. So Augustus is hot on Hines' backside. Jumps into 8th place. He just passed Hines. Hines Harold is now. Oh, and he moves right ahead. Oh, he needs fresh tires. Okay, so he's burned them out. So we're going to have to pit him, but he's coming in 7th position. He's only 4 laps in. So, but and Jean Allegro is not letting go. Oh, now he's starting to pull away. All right, so meanwhile, Giovanni's still pulling up the rear end of the pack. He's got to get caught up. And I'm suspecting some people should start pitting soon. But all these soft-tired cars are not pitting. Augustus falling back to 9th as he enters the pit lane. We're going to see how far back he falls. This ought to be interesting. And if I put Giovanni on kind of more of a cruising pace, we're 5 laps in, 8 and 5. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go 9 gallons there. And then we're going to be cautious. So 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, that was a long pit. All the way down to 21st position. Speed this up and we'll move through a couple laps and see how things are progressing. We're not really pushing the cars too much at the moment, but we're about halfway through this race. And I'm going to need him to pit on this next one. So I'm going to have Giovanni pit on the next lap. We're pulling up the back end. We're in 19th and 20th. So we're going there. What happened here? What's this? Not really sure what that is. We're in last position again. Who is that guy? Oh, okay. So JJ Labrams is... So we're catching them. We're catching them. Don't want to push the car too hard just yet. So we're going to go ahead and finish this lap and see how we're doing on time. Because right now we're just pacing with the other cars. Okay, so this is lap 7. I'm going to go ahead and pit Giovanni for fresh tires. And he's already pulling in the rear, so we'll let him pit. And I don't think I can pit them both at the same time. So that's the downside. But Giovanni will pull in, and that will allow Augustus to move up the food chain and kind of get in better position. He's right now in 8th, but Roderick, the guy in front of him, has really had a great lap. So he's moving up, and I'm gonna have Giovanni get aggressive, and I'm gonna have Augusta get aggressive. He's caught up in this pack of 3 or 4 guys, and he's starting to pull away with Roderick, who is on pace. He's had the best lap yet. And I have these guys kind of pushing themselves. Hopefully I don't push them too hard. Okay, so Augusta's now pulled away. So we're going to set him to pace. No, they're catching him. Yeah, they're catching him. Augustus in 14. It's him catching Roderick's not good. Uh-oh. Barge board came off. I'll need a new one. Oh, great. Oh, great. So now he's got to be defensive. He's going to have to pit. Oh, geez, that's not good. That means I just need them to finish the race. And I'm going to have Augustus get really aggressive here. I don't know if he's going to have to pit again. But, man, he's not having a good day. Not having a good day.
Hey.
And now he wants fresh tires. Dang. This is not proving to be a very... Alright. So he's got to slow down. Have him drive defensive until he can get into the pits. I'm going to have Giovanni come out and go hard. Car's not doing well. Augustus is in 16th currently, but it's he's got some bad tires. He's going to have to come in, and we got 3 laps to go. Giovanni pulling up last position. Not good at all. I don't know that Giovanni can make up that difference. I don't think he's going to be able to make up that difference. Well, let's see what happens. All right, so Augustus is coming out of the pits right now. I need him to get aggressive. We're in last place. That's how bad we are. So I'm pushing hard on these last 3 laps. I don't know that... Whoa, nearly smashed the wheel off. Oh, are you serious? He's a little aggressive of a driver. All right, so I think we're just going to pace it. I think I'm pushing him too hard. This is not the track for these 2 race car drivers. And while it's not been our day, we started at the back of the pack. I just don't see us catching up. So instead of them crashing the cars, we'll just go ahead and drive defensively. We're so far out of this race. Oh, he's not completely out of this race. I mean, we can... Well, I can't have him. I'm just going to have him drive defensive. Hopefully he can fend off Giancarlo Mazzarello, who's not really catching him. So, well, we'll see. We got one more lap after this. I got them both kind of driving defensive. Oh, he crashed. No, he spun out. Oh, Augustus let me down again. This is two races. No, what? Oh, he clipped the corner. He's lost some speed. All right, drive defensively. Oh, this is bad. This is terrible. Just finish the race. Oh, my goodness. We barely got over the finish line. Augustus crashes. He spins out. And Giovanni is pulling up the rear. We're going to finish 21st, 22nd again. At least one of the cars finished the race. After such a good performance in the Australian Grand Prix, we're going back to back. First the Brazilian Grand Prix and now the Spanish Grand Prix. We just suck. There's no good answers. No good answers at all. I got to figure... I don't know if it's the drivers or if it's the car. So, dang. And that's going to cause us to drop in the point standings, too. We get no points. All right. Critics of Ayrton Salsa have quickly backpedaled following his decisive victory at the Spanish Grand Prix. His teammate, Nigel Mansell, joined him on the podium. Having come third, it's certainly been a success for Stromboli. Stromboli being probably the best team out there right now. We saw Giovanni Largasimo in the paddock and asked for an interview. Certainly we needed to do better. It's not been the kind of results we're looking for. Alpha, while not in the lead, are in a strong championship position. Doesn't stay the only... Rival Giancarlo Mazzarella credited Largasimo as a very challenging guy to go up against. We're not going to underestimate him. That would be a mistake. That sucks. 1,000 new fans. We fall into 3rd position in the point stand. Stromboli's just pulling away with this thing. Look at this. Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Salsa are Ayrton? I don't know how you say that. Man, that's a bummer. But look at this. We've already made $15 million. Our net deficit going into next season is 613,000. We're doing very well. Unfortunately, Augustus's morale starting to suffer. So that was so frustrating. It was tough out there. I suppose I lost it and crashed. But don't worry about it. What an amazing year we're having. Well, he's at least somewhat positive. So we fared poorly. Perhaps this payment will help improve things. It's funny because in the Le Mans series, every team has to have a gentleman driver, and this guy, Giovanni, is my gentleman driver. I got two racers, and he's one of them. Even though they're driving in the same car, but that's here and there. All right, so we've got a new drive belt, which could, and this is what Jerry Anderson, our chief designer's submitting to me. New drive belt, which could make a difference and cost 227,000 pounds. Standardize the design and go ahead. It's going to increase efficiency and reliability. All right, let's make that happen. It is so disheartening to see results like this. You can rely on me to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Okay. Wow, that's a bummer. So there you have it. We did not fare well. We're sliding in the driver's points, and we're sliding in the constructors. We're going to have to turn this around next week at the Canadian Grand Prix. We have not fared well. Okay, so if I look at my career overview, not really impressing anybody at the moment. But Stromboli is just killing it. And I have no solution, no answer for them. But we shall see. Check out our R&D at the moment. Let's take a look at next year's car. It's coming along. I want to switch it back over to... man. Let's go with cooling. Let's see what that does for us. Well, there you have it. Not the outcome I was hoping for, but that is the completion of the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a tough circuit, and we didn't start out strong, and we didn't finish strong. The money's coming in, but the talent and the drivers just not quite there yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't, oh well. Don't know what to say to that. I'm having fun playing this little sim game. But if you liked it or you have any thoughts, share your comments. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. Let us know what you think. And until next time, you guys keep gaming. We'll see you. I'm out.